Today we are looking back at a very special game that's near and dear to my heart, and this is a series that I absolutely love. Resistance, and in particular, Fall of Man. This came out all the way back in 2007. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Anyway, my brother came over the other night and we decided to play this together because when we were little, we used to play co-op on this all the time and we loved it. And so, we popped it in when he was here. We had some alcoholic beverages because, we're adults now. And it was like we were transported back to our parents' living room in the front of their house as soon as we started up the main title screen. And there's just something special about it. This is made by Insomniac Games, and it doesn't feel like a normal Insomniac game. It's almost like it's the odd one out of Insomniac's library, the black sheep of sorts, but it's one of the best. The cover alone, look at that cover. So interesting, super interesting. How many games, I loved the fact that this is set in the 50s and you're versing aliens. What a unique concept. Anyway, my brother came over, we were playing this at night, and we were transported instantly back in time, and we were amazed at how good the graphics still hold up. Yes, they're dated, but they still hold up to this day. And we were actually amazed at some of the things we forgot about this, in the story and what happens. And it reminded us how interesting the lore in this game is and the storytelling. The Chimera are just creepy as well. I've actually got a funny story. So when this first came out, it was around my younger brother's birthday. And he asked our older sister for this game for his birthday, and she got him the game and gave it to him at his birthday party. And at the party, me and my friend were there, and my brother and his friends were all there too. And my friend and I were pretty bored, and we were like, well, we're not doing anything. We were a little bit older than these kids, so we were too cool to hang out with them. And we saw his game there, and so what do? We kind of snuck away just to test it out during the party, and we ended up playing and completing the whole game during my brother's party. And he came back. I remember him coming back, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, let's, I can't wait to try this game, it's gonna be awesome. And we were like, yeah, we finished it, mate, during your party. And he's like, oh, you fucking bastards. The co-op was amazing in this game, super fun. You could play through the story on your own, which was great, but it was awesome with a friend or a sibling. Because at the time, couch co-op was a big thing, and this game was heavily, pushing the co-op aspect, so people would play together on the same TV. Which brings me to my next point. I believe this game and the series as a whole, back in the day especially, I honestly believe it rivaled Halo. And what I mean by that is it was a great first-person shooter with great mechanics and story, and I feel like, yes, it has some flaws, but it has so much heart and character. And really super interesting lore and extended stories. However, Halo only won because Resistance pretty much only stayed on one generation thereabouts, besides, the odd PSP and PS Vita game. And yeah, it only stayed on the PS3 compared to Halo, where it's basically on PC and every single Xbox console. I do believe if they made this nowadays for PS5, this would sell like crazy, because so many people, I know so many of you that love this game and want a remaster or just another game. But yeah, I honestly think that Resistance, the weapon types were awesome in this game. It was harder. It's harder than what I remember it. So I don't know if I've just gotten worse at games as I've gotten older, but yeah. I blew my brother's mind when he came over to play this recently, because this is on PS3. This came out at the start of the PS3 generation, and this is the same generation that gave us GTA 5. Let that sink in. I just wanted to get on here and gush about Resistance, because not enough people do that nowadays. What is your favourite Resistance game? Let me know in the comments. Sony, if you're watching, give us more Resistance.